Hey everyone, this is Spot. I just woke up, I'm just started having coffee, so I'm still kind of like blah, blah, blah. Thankfully, I have the perfect game to play right after you've just woken up. Actually, it's a perfect game to play at any time that you just need to relax. It's called Mini Metro, and this is a first glance. Now, this is actually not a new game. I usually do first glances on unreleased or recently released games. This game actually came out in August of last year. I didn't start seeing it until about a month ago. It came out originally as a prototype out of the Ludum Dara in 2013, which the Ludum Dara is a video game creation contest within, it depends, some of them are like 48 hours and some of them are a little bit longer. But anyway, it came out as a prototype, and it is one of those games which is just zen, right? It just feels nice to play. Now currently, in this build, there's no music, which I think it does suffer a little bit from that. But I'm going to assume with all of the other meticulous care that has been given to the aesthetics and everything else, they probably want the music to be perfect, which I can appreciate. So, but it doesn't hurt the game in any way. So let's go into the options real quick. First of all, you have resolution options, you have language options, and it looks like there are quite a few language options, which is actually not real surprising. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. Not real surprising simply because there's not a lot of labels in the game, so that actually makes it good. They have a colorblind mode, which is awesome considering World of Warcraft just got it. Wow. They have a night mode, which I really love. It actually makes everything so good if you're in low light, which I am most of the time because I prefer that. I'm actually going to turn this off because I want to show it to you how it's intended to be. Skip transitions. There aren't that many transitions. I haven't found this to be a problem at all. Accelerated start and save to Steam Cloud. Okay, great. So let's go and look at what the game actually is. It's primarily, if you're someone that believes that logistics are porn for nerds, that's what this is. I'm actually going to go with commuter because my main interest is showing you how this works. So you're building a subway or a tube system, right? And it has nothing to do with the building. It just has to do with layout and how you're moving passengers to where they want to go. Let's go ahead and do London again because it's just easy. Okay, so we're going to hit play. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All right, so here's how this works. Okay, let's actually pause this. Am I locked here? Yes, okay. The way this works is each of these shapes is a station. Now, the difference in shapes is a style of station. So, for instance, a lot of times if you're getting on a tube or subway, you want to go to a specific station because you're getting off somewhere, right? That's not really how this approaches it. How this approaches is, let's say you're in a city you're not really familiar with, and you call a cab, and the cab picks you up, and you're like, take us to a great seafood place. And at that point, you don't really care which specific seafood place you go to. You just want to go to a good seafood place because you want seafood. It's not about the actual location, it's about seafood. Or take us to a great theater because you want to go to a great theater or a cinema or something along those lines, okay? So there will be certain people that want to go, as you'll see here, this is someone waiting, and they want to go to a square. Okay, so this is a square. Right now there's only one square. That's fine. There will be more. So what we want to do is we have 3 lines available here, which are these colors. We have 3 engines, which automatically get assigned to a line when we create it, and 3 tunnels. We have to have tunnels available to go past rivers and other things like that. So I'm going to drag like this. Bloop. And now this is if I unpause this, he picked up that guy there, right? And took him there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag down here to include this station. And the reason why is that we don't have enough here to matter at the moment. Now we have another station that's popped up here. So we're going to go up here. And this is good because circle stations are extremely popular. And they pop up a lot. And you end up having a lot of circle stations. And the thing is that this becomes a problem because if you only have, let's say, one square station way over here and a bunch of stuff, it takes a lot longer to get people from, way over on the other side of your network to that square station. So actually, we're going to go here at the moment. This is very rapidly going to become a thing where we actually can't have these be on the same line right here. So now, what you will probably not notice is that as the game continues, if you look over on the right side, it is slowly zooming out. That's not me doing that. It's doing that. So as the game continues, slowly, your available real estate on map gets bigger and bigger, slowly. Okay, so now we've reached a point that we have this this one over here, and this is becoming an issue. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to actually pause this. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to delete this line completely, which we can do. And the cool thing is about this is that you'll notice that this line still exists, but it's kind of not grayed out, but the opacity is lower. That's because this line still has something to do. It's working, so when it finishes, this line will disappear. But it doesn't leave a train in transit. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go here, and I'm going to no, I don't want to do that. Boom. Sorry, you have to grab the end. Okay, there and here. So this is now kind of a circle. And what I'm going to do here, you know what we're going to do? Let me do this, because this is obviously, I think, a little bit more popular. So we're going to do this, this, and this. Now, my issue here is that this takes two actual tunnels, but I think that'll be okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do another one here, right? Now, I'm going to unpause this. Okay, now, what we have here is, now, one issue with this is, first of all, the positive about this is that we're actually going to have a train running on just these 3 and a train running on just these 4. Now, the negative about this is that anybody that, for instance, in this area that wants to get to a square has to come to this station, period. So whether they even if they don't want to be at a triangle, they still come to the station and they sit there. Now, this actually gets into a good point of where you start to lose. Let's actually, this is going to be blue. We go over here. Let's go. I don't want to burn another tunnel just yet. Okay, the way you lose is you'll notice that people pop up at these stations and they need to be taken to wherever they want to go. When this gets too high, and I think it's actually impacted by the difficulty you choose, it will start a countdown and you'll see it. And if that countdown gets to the end without them being picked up, you lose. That's it. Okay, so we've hit the end of week 2 here. We get a new locomotive. Boom. You'll notice that went up to 1 because we've used 3. Now we can choose to get 2 tunnels or another line. This is actually an interesting one. I'm going to go for 2 tunnels because we're going to need to be able to get through these. Now, right here, I'm going to actually pull this to include that station, which this is going to ignore because it was already in transit. But now it's going to go back up. Now, what we could do here is we could burn one of our tunnels to pull this down to here, and then burn another one to connect it to here. I don't know actually how viable that is, to be honest. Okay. See, now we have an issue that we have this one over here, and it doesn't really work well with our thing here. But I think we're going to have to put it in there anyway. So, I'm going to go there. And then maybe we go... Now, you can't cross them, as you've noticed. That doesn't work. So let's try doing this, and then going here, and then going here, and then going here. Does that work? I guess it can cross them somewhat, but this isn't this. I don't think it considers this a cross because it's just a straight line. It's more or less this would normally be on the bottom. It's probably just how it's being calculated. So we're going to do that, and then we got to think about what pulling this down here would do for us. Now, what it does do is it does allow somewhat of another passage to square, because remember, square is our most rare station right now. That's the deal. Pretty much in all these lines, you can get circles and triangles fine on the line, but you can't get squares. Now we got to pull this down here. See, it gets more and more complicated. And every time you do this, of course, it takes longer for you to get all the way around your line. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to actually go down here. We're going to burn a tunnel on that, and we're going to burn a tunnel on that for now. And what I found in the past when I've played is that you get a little bit further than this, and you just pause, and you just wipe all of your lines, and you redesign them. Which, of course, is not something you can do in real life. Very easy. But you'll notice that you'll see movies and TV shows and stuff where they're like down in... the subways of New York and stuff, and they're like, yeah, this line hasn't been used and blah, 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 blah. And it's probably because at some point they're like, that line just doesn't make any sense anymore, we need to redraw these, etc. So, of course, redrawing them requires digging and all types of things. But, yeah. Okay, so now we have a plus sign up here. So the question is, do we add this to blue, which causes it to get even longer? We could add it to blue and add another engine to blue, or we could add it to yellow, but that is kind of a weird thing with yellow. Actually, you know what? It may not be. Let's try this. Let's do this, 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 this. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. See, okay, so now square and plus are our two most specialty stations. So pretty much everything that wants to get to square or plus has to get, well, anything that wants to get to plus has to get to yellow. And then we have another one over here. It never ends. Okay, put this, I guess, here. Okay, we have reached the end of week 3. We've moved 107 people. We're going to choose, do we want another line yet? We could get a carriage. This is not an engine, this is a carriage. And we can actually put a carriage, like, on this train. There will be another one. But I'm thinking we get another line. And I'm thinking that we start centralizing. I usually like to have, like, a centralized line that goes, like, around the middle clump, and then everything else connects onto it. And then have have a lot of trains on that line to move things around. It depends. Now, one of the things that we'll also see is that certain stations, and I don't know if it's based, I don't know what type of simulation is running on the back end, if it's actually going, okay, there's a certain amount of population here, and they're going towards this station, and blah, 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 and that's how it may decide where stations pop up. That would actually be really cool, as opposed to just arbitrary. There we go. But stations will change shape. And when they change shape, they usually change to a more rare shape, if that makes sense. Which would make sense, right? You have a station that's in an area that the population starts growing, you know, maybe they get higher commerce, etc., and so more people start going and coming from that station, and therefore it becomes a higher value station overall as far as travel is concerned. So, see, red, we're starting to have serious problems on red here. And I'm going to actually let this sit here for a second, because, yeah, here we go. If this gets all the way around, we're screwed. And actually, to be perfectly honest, this may happen because he's completely full. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up, and I think that's a good idea. So we're going to do this. Right, so it's good that we did that because he passed it up completely because he was full. Now he's full. Now we have this problem over here. Yeah, this could be a problem very quickly. That up there. Come on. Yeah, this is... Come on. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll be okay there, most likely, because this guy's going to be almost full when he comes back over here. Oh, we have another one over here? Yeah, this is not good. We may actually need to put another train on here, because this is, like, hardcore. Look at this. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think it may have just taken a while to get it up and going okay, but oh crap. Oh, seriously? You're killing me here. New locomotive. You know what? I will take another carriage, to be honest. You know what we're going to do? Let me think about this. We're going to put this station on this line as well, because it's a specialty station. And so, for instance, all of these guys here can actually get off here instead of going down here and then having to be picked up and taken over there. Yeah, see over here, we're going to have an issue quickly. We definitely need to put another, let's go here, no, there. Now the problem is, do we put a... Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. We may lose the game right here. Come on. Oh, this is bad. I think it's about to go. I actually should have put another... I don't know if we're going to get over there in time. You know, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a carriage on this, but I don't think it's... No, we're gone. Oh, we were so close to... You just forced your metro to close. 275 passengers traveled in your metro in over 24 days. Keep in mind that this was on the easiest difficulty setting. It is a great game. It is fun. It's like, I think it's like $7 on Steam. $7. Go get it. It's awesome. I'm going to tell friends about this and tell you guys about it. Mini Metro, it's on Steam. from Dinosaur Polo Club. All right, until next time, stay safe, have a fantastic time, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.